Welcome to Roll for Noodles, the series where I make a randomized noodle dish for my wife. And a special guest, our friend Shannon. But before we start the video, we're planning to do a Q&A once we hit 25,000 followers. So drop a question in the comments of this video, and if you do, you'll be entered in a giveaway to win one of our Roll for Noodles hats. This series is inspired by Adventures in Ardia's Roll for Sandwich. Let's get started with our Roll for Noodle shape. That's a 4 for Trader Joe's squiggly ramen noodles. Next is the roll for sauce. And that's a 5 for tomato sauce. Now we'll roll for 2 veggies. That's a 3 for corn and a 7 for onion. Next up is the protein roll. No protein again. Alright, let's roll for pastability. A 10. No pastability either. Alright, and the finishing touch? A 1. M&M's. Now last episode I forgot to add in an ingredient, so Kelly wrote up a list of punishments. I'm gonna roll for that now. That's a 6.
Hey, do you want to know what you rolled?
I don't know. Do I want to know what I rolled?
Go ahead and take a look. Number 6,
Number
right?
6. Oops, no noodles.
Have fun with that.
In an insane turn of events, this episode we have no protein, no pastability, and no noodles. That's no scholarship, no trip around the world, and no girl. Anyone else go to public school on Long Island and get that reference? So to avoid having just a bowl of tomato sauce with corn and M&Ms, I think this is the perfect time to test out a new spell. I am going to cast Transmute Protein, and we are going to make impossible meatballs. I don't really want to spend an hour making a good tomato sauce for this, so I'm going to use this can of tomato sauce that I've had in my pantry for God knows how long. And while I'm here, I'll open my can of corn as well. I'm going to drain it and I guess start cooking. I'm not really sure what to say about any part of this dish and whether it's going to go together or not. I mean, meatballs and tomato sauce are a classic, and I guess we found out in that chocolate shrimp soup episode that tomato and chocolate isn't the worst combination, but I don't think adding chocolate to mole or curry is really the same as putting M&Ms on top of tomato sauce. And I'm not worried about the corn. I mean, I love popcorn and M&Ms. While the sauce simmers, I'll start making the meatballs. I don't have breadcrumbs right now, so I'm going to make them out of these Texas toast croutons. Now you may be wondering, why didn't she use the food processor when she's gonna need it later for the M&Ms anyway? And to that I say, alright, let's mix up all our meatball ingredients. We've got our breadcrumbs, some garlic, some Parmesan cheese, an egg, and per my grandparents' recipe, I need to put in some ketchup. Now you may be wondering, why ketchup and not some of the tomato sauce we already have? And to that I say, now let's get everything mixed together and then we'll start forming our meatballs. Now I keep worrying that Kelly and Shannon are gonna hate this, or that Shannon will be disappointed that she's on the no noodles episode. So I have to remind myself, Kelly made this punishment list, and Shannon read over it and approved it. So unfortunately, the two of them kind of sealed their own fate with this one. I guess they didn't think about Alfie getting caught in the crossfire. He has nothing to review. Luckily, we have these freeze-dried meatball treats for him. We're still working on rolling all the way over, but when he's 80 pounds, it's a little tough for us to get him all the way there. Anyway, to make things even better, I have no fresh basil right now. So in goes the Italian seasoning and a little sugar to take away that canned tomato taste. Speaking of a little sugar, I'm gonna food process these into M&M dust, in the hopes that the chocolatiness will not be as in your face. Well, not in your face. You're never gonna eat this. You coward. Yeah, that looks like dust to me. I wish I could fast forward to later when I'm eating this on my ice cream, and not on top of meatballs. But hey, it's my own fault for adding it to the list because I thought it would be funny. And sadly, it is. I mean, I guess the only consolation is, at least it's not just a bowl of tomato sauce, corn, and M&Ms. Alright everyone, it is noodles o'clock. Not that we have any noodles, but hey, the clock is still cute. I'm gonna call this one, I Can Believe It's Not Noodles. Gotta zoom back into the kitchen to get Shannon's. Now I don't expect this one to be all that filling or really all that great, but maybe we'll be surprised. But it is not up to me.
Alright, open your eyes.
No, I can. Are those M&Ms?
Cheers. I like it.
So I didn't get any of the M&M, and I like it. I don't know how I feel about the M&M. Hold on.
I actually kind of like it with the M&M. The
Well, now
weirdest
I
part
can't-
is the corn.
Really? I think there's onion in here. I like the corn. The chocolate's weird, but I don't hate it.
We found out that once you mix the chocolate in, it actually is pretty good.
Let it be known in the world that Kelly lied to me and said we were not doing the punishment today.
So, because originally we were not intending on doing it.
I'm here for it. I helped make the punishment. I know this is impossible because you guys are not meat eaters, and it tastes like a normal meatball, so that's a win for impossible, not sponsored.
The meatballs were very good.
Agreed. I'm someone who's texture sensitive, and these did not make me want to yak.
My biggest down is obviously that there is no noodle. And yes, I did put that as the punishment. From me, this gets a 4.
I'm being more generous. This is my first noodle, 4.7.